collective upgrades taking place, and not only. So, buckle up and let's go deeper on this to see what's going on energetically and what we're supposed to be doing, each one of us individually and as a collective as well. So, hi, this is Elena. And with this transmission slash message that is coming through, we are going to dive a bit deep on what is going on energetically with all these planets. I have no clue from astrology to share anything in regards to that, but all the updates taking in from all the social media about the planetary arrangements and everything shifting and changing and Jupiter in Leo and all of these things, I have no clue honestly. But we are experiencing everything too intensely. And if you are an empath, that you probably are, and a light worker as well, you probably have been experiencing loads of highs and lows. A huge question mark always in your mind. What the heck is going on again? And what am I feeling? What am I picking up? What is going on with me? And of course, with shadow work, we are called to go deeper on this. But what is changing is that we are receiving answers way faster. The clarity comes way faster. Like you ask a question now and you have the answer within hours of what you're looking for, how you're reflecting on yourself, on ancestral stuff, because lately what is coming up collectively for all of us has to do with generational traumas, wounds, energies, dynamics, and ancestral in general issues that show up, but also this has the other side of it as well included. The positive stuff, what kind of gifts you carry through the lineage you were born into, what kind of spiritual gifts you can awaken now and use them to your advantage. So it goes both ways, as always. And of course, the focus should be more, if it makes sense, on shadow work and releasing these dynamics, because it's not that easy to be yourself when you carry all the energies from your ancestors, both lineages, from your father and your mother as well. So if that has become a bit heavy on you, a way and a simple exercise to use to feel a bit more yourself is to actually visualize the yellow color. Yellow color, solar plexus, you make the connection, but it also allows you to be more yourself. So if it is hard to visualize the yellow color as if you are becoming yellow from within, not just your solar plexus, but your whole being is becoming yellow, that means that you are too immersed in the energies and the dynamics of your ancestors and the generational lines behind you. So once you become more conscious of why this is challenging, it becomes way easier and it is easier to visualize that yellow color, and at the same time it starts to dissolve loads of things that are happening energetically. We are connected not only with the previous generation from us, but at least with 7 generations, 10 generations. It is still active. We still feel them. So many emotions may come through your lineages. A subtle sense of stress and anxiety, a subtle sense of depression, which is very heavy to mention it as such, but that's how it comes through. Okay, so if you're experiencing this sadness, this force of everything is off and I can't move forward, mind you that you may be working on generational issues that you have to just accept that they are coming through previous generations than you, honor your ancestors and release them. Declare and decree to your higher self and your ancestors at that point that you are releasing now these energies from your system and from them as well. And you are also asking their support and help in this way. their help and support in every way possible that speaks to you as an individual that is connected to these lineages. In that space, you will find yourself calmer, more at ease, more connected with yourself, more aligned. This subtle noise of different emotions will calm down. So, this is one of the collective energies we are experiencing. So, make sure you do dedicate a bit of time so you can feel more connected with yourself instead of all the ancestors that go beyond you. Now, of course, when we are receiving collective upgrades like this one that we have been experiencing lately in a massive way, the best way to approach this is, instead of feeling everything from everyone and the confusion and a huge wave of too many emotions, too complicated, too messed up, too in many ways. You know what I'm talking about, where I'm coming from. You probably have experienced it yourself. It's always good to disconnect from the collective. The more aware you are becoming that now I'm connected to the collective and I'm feeling everything, so I will consciously disconnect, the easier it becomes to be in your own bubble, in your own energy, in your own essence. And because, of course, this is quite challenging to be experiencing it all over again, the advice, the suggestion that comes through is to create a protection shield for yourself. How to do that now? I'm being shown colors, to play with colors, to play not just with one color, but two or three. So it's like layering yourself and your energy with two or three, at least, different energies. For me, to give you an example, I started with the pink color, but how can I say that now? A very vivid pink, which reminds me more the energy of Mary Magdalene. And the other energy I needed to connect with was a violet color connected to Saint Germain for protection, transmutation, and everything else connected to that. But it also, for me, connects with being a spiritual being, being always connected with higher self, with spirit guides, with my own essence, and allowing all those energies to expand around me and within me. Of course, the next day, the following days, I had to reinforce that protection shield with me being conscious of the shield, of pulling in my energy, pulling it back close to my body, to the center of my beingness in overall, as if a line runs through from below your feet, above your crown chakra, your soul start chakra, to the source. So I was bringing my energy back together and at the same time reinforcing consciously this protection shield with the colors. And of course, I was open to explore if a different energy, because it is energy, it's not just a color, it is an energy that is connected with many different layerings. So be aware of that. I was asked, intuitively, I was feeling that I need to be changing the colors and reinforcing different colors every single day. So for 3 or 4 days at least, that protection shield was changing and was being enhanced. So even if one layer was thick, it was becoming thinner, and I was introducing to my energy a new layer of a different energy. Play with that. It's not as complicated as it sounds. It's very easy, very beautiful. You can play with the energies and that iridescent sense in them, even if you don't know where these energies are coming from specifically, if it is a galactic race, if it is something your soul recognizes as familiar. Anything, literally anything. But it is a good way to use your own protection and close up a bit your energy, because everything is upside down in many ways, and you don't need to receive everything that is happening around you. We are more useful, in air quotes, if you prefer, for the collective, for ourselves even more, if we are more focused on the energies we have within us, our own energies, and we are helping as light workers a lot more by giving off the energy of being present, of being good in our own presence, if it makes more sense. So we are transmuting a lot more when we are in our power, in our sovereignty, and it is way more helpful rather than experiencing and transmuting, because most of us are transmuting a tone of energies, but we're not having fun in the process, and nobody wants that for anyone. I hope this helped. It was a kind of twofold message, collective upgrades, about generational energies we are dissolving and activating at the same time, and about the protection shield that you can create for yourself in order not to feel all these weird energies around us. And the way to understand that you are picking up something from the collective is usually when you try to figure out what is behind the emotions. So we first experience plenty of emotions, different emotions, too many at the same time, usually, and a bit of this and a bit of that. But if you try to even journal, sit down with a notebook and journal why this emotion, why the other emotion, processing the emotions, you may find something from the past replaying as a reason why to these emotions, but behind that reason, you will find something that feels like a void, that this feels like a broken record. It doesn't actually answer why these specific feelings. So, yeah, this is how you actually can decipher a bit what is yours, what is of the collectives as an energy, and how to actually rewire yourself. So instead of feeling everything, transmuting everything with your own beingness, actually become the pillar of light and let the transmutation take place and happen without you experiencing everything. I hope it helps. And please do leave me any questions below in the comments, or comments of how you are experiencing all these collective upgrades. Of course. Symptoms you may have of these upgrades. For me, it was headaches, massive headaches, especially around afternoon and evening times. And of course, the full moon was not helpful. Everything was intensified massively, the full moon that we had a few days ago. So you may experiencing different symptoms. You definitely need more water, because water is the best means to actually transmute and allow things to happen for you. So it works energetically and on a cellular level for your physical body. So the more you help your physical body, the more it helps you back, integrate all the new energies, and actually allow the light body to change in the way it needs to change. So we are helping in every way possible our systems. Of course, grounding, but if you don't feel grounded, that's also okay. There's another process that takes place behind that you're probably not fully aware of at the moment, but you will be soon enough, someone says. Soon enough, we will be more aware of what's going on when we don't feel grounded in our beingness. So, headaches, water, physical pain may show up in different ways. Wherever there is some kind of a blockage of the energy on the meridians, bring your focus and your attention and just breathe in and out. In that way, you allow the meridian to slowly open up again, So the blockage will be dissolving through that process of breath, of focus and attention, and awareness. I hope this helps, and stay connected with yourself no matter what, regardless. If you don't feel yourself, that's also a good sign that you are connected with the collective. That was one for me again. This time I couldn't feel like myself. And then I realized for the millionth time why I'm feeling like that, which was interesting. But yeah, I'm going to close now this message. I hope it resonated with you. And please do apply the advice that came through and the suggestions, because they're gonna help you a lot. And you can go through this process in a more easy, if I can use that word, way for you. Much love. As always, be true to yourself and be your true self. And please remember, everything is energy.